So about 2.5 years ago, I posed the question to you all, should I go to a red dot? And for many years, I was just shooting with iron sights, and more people I saw were switching to the red dot. And when I posed that question on that video, man, there were so many opinions, one way or the other. It's like no one was like, yeah, you could go either way. It was like, no, iron sights, I'm a truist, traditionalist, all this. And then others were like, you got to try it. So I did. I tried it, and I went to a red dot. Now I'm carrying, this is not loaded here, carrying Glock 43X. I'll have another video on this later, but I went to a red dot. Now this is a Holosun, I think 507K, something like that, X2. There's so many good ones on the market today. I think this is one of the best value ones. There's maybe better ones. Trijicon R&R is a really good one. But I went to this just to see how I would like it. And I found that there's two major reasons why I now prefer the red dot over iron sights. Never thought I would say this, but now I prefer the red dot over iron sights. And one of them is when on iron sights, when you are lining up your sights, and you're getting your sight picture there, and you're having to focus obviously on the front sight. And the other thing is not just lining up with the rear sights, and then getting them level, but then you're also having to focus on the target. But this movement right here, it was just a lot going on. And I know it comes with practice, and I'm already hearing the comments now, but it was just much easier for me to acquire the target, that sight acquisition on the target with a red dot. I mean, when I come up, I mean, every time I see that dot, and it's not, I'm not having to line anything up. As soon as that red dot, or if you're using green dot, but as soon as that red dot is on the target, you're good. There's no lining up. It's just the dot on the target. And that leads to the second major reason that I now prefer the red dot. And that is, I have a much better picture of the target. And of course, this comes in with one of the 4 firearm safety rules, that you want to know your target, know what's beyond your target, what's to the side of your target. And I found that on iron sights that, when you're trying to focus on the front sight and you're getting it in between the rear sight, and then looking at the target and trying to figure out the target itself. I know, again, all that comes with practice, and people are extremely good at iron sights, no doubt. But I just found it so much easier to focus on the target rather than trying to focus on the front sight. See here, the difference there? I'm focusing on the target and not so much on the front sight. The red dot is just on the target, and I can just see it every time. So those two big reasons. I think I now prefer the red dot. One, again, I'm not having to focus on the front sight and lining it up with the rear, make sure it's level and all that. But then number two, I can focus more on the target itself and making sure that what's behind it, what's nearby, that is the target. Again, another firearm safety rule, you never point your gun at something you don't tend to destroy. And that's the target that I'm actually can look at and see through my sight picture. And that is super, super handy. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you've been on the fence, I could recommend you just try it. Pick one up or borrow maybe someone else's firearm, go to the range like I am today, and pick someone else's firearm and just try it and see if it's helpful. It did take some time to learn, but not as much as I thought. That journey for me, I mean, a couple times out at the range, I was like, I think I'm getting this. And of course, a lot of this you just do at home. That's what I did. I mean, you just do it at home, whether you're using snap caps. I've got a video on using snap caps, or Mantis. We'll have a video on Mantis here coming out soon. But at home, this just, pulling, drawing, or if you're doing like a safari land or something, but that movement and getting that out every time, messed it up there. There you go. So every time seeing the dot on target. And I think if you try that, then you might be pleasantly surprised. Well, Well, thanks so much for joining me today. And if you've not already done so, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate you and your support. We'll see you on the next video.